Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining me today. This is a testimonial of the power of our voices, and as it is spoken, so it shall be. And we have the power in our voices to bring forward the light, and the beauty of things that we were asked to do. And at the time, we may not even understand the whole purpose. But as we've walked into it, then the dots are connected, and everything comes into the light. And that's that's my mission, is to bring in the light, be a giver of light, a teacher of light. I've been given many different labels to do with the light. That's part of my mission, is to help bring in the light. And that's what this video is about. So I'm going to take you through a series of events of connecting these dots to help us that are here to bring in the light. So almost 3 years ago was when Father had given me Creation Calendar. And so that was we started at the end of September of 22, if you're looking at Mounds calendar. So I had been on the phone with a friend in October, the beginning of October, like the 9th of October. And it was a really odd conversation. We never had a conversation like that before, but she was telling me that she was from Snowflake, Arizona, and they were having this event that her parents had told her about, and it was about the Code Talkers. And I felt really strongly in my spirit that I was supposed to ask her about this. So, a conversation that I would have never had I not been prompted to ask her more questions of like, tell me about this. Well, come to find out, the Code Talkers were the Navajo Indians that helped win World War II. So as I got off the phone with her, she sent me the flyer for it. And immediately I was told, you were going to this. And I was like, okay, I don't know anything about this. I'd never heard of the Code Talkers before in my life. I didn't know anything, right? So I'm looking at this flyer and I'm like, you want me to go? This event is in 48 hours. I literally live 2 states away, 18 hours from this event. And I was told, you need to go. So, I'm going to walk you through this event the best that I can, because it all makes sense now. And it all makes sense why I'm sharing this. So I end up going to my sister's home, who lives in a different part of Arizona that was 5 hours from Snowflake, Arizona. And at the last minute, she told me she was going to go with me. And so I said, okay. So we're in the car, and our belief systems are a little different. And so there was some tension there, and we had gotten to a gas station, and I was just like, okay, Father, like, please help me so that this is a very positive experience, and not a negative one. So we get to the Code Talkers, and right before the event starts, like I said, I'd never heard anything about the Code Talkers before in my life. My sister leans into me and she said, it's been prophesied that they will not be able to assist in World War III. Boom. The event starts. And I'm like, what on earth? I'm like, okay. So when the Code Talker that was still alive got up and started talking, so I'm on an aisle seat. And my sister's, when the event was over, she was like, she goes, I don't know why you were so like enthralled with that. Like, you look like you're ready to fall out of your seat. You were so like focused on what this guy was saying. But what she didn't understand was that the whole time from the time that man started speaking, Joshua was standing next to him, explaining how World War III is one with heaven's language. And at the time, I shared that with a couple people after the event. The event also happened while I brought up Creation Calendar and the importance of understanding the true Sabbaths of light is because for 2 reasons. The first thing is that calendar that Father gave me, this event of the Code Talkers, literally took place on the very first full moon Sabbath of light in the first month of that Creation Calendar. Not only was it a full moon, but it was a harvest full moon. And I was in Arizona, that moon was massive. I'd never seen a moon that big in my life. So I was also instructed in that I was on that trip, that I was supposed to take my shofar with me. When the Code Talker event was over, I was instructed to drive further out, and I was instructed to get out and pray and blow that shofar. So the Sabbath of light and understanding the importance of knowing when the true Sabbaths are, for one, are very important for us that are here to bring in the light, okay? For two, the power of our voices. Why am I sharing this now? Why, after almost 3 years, am I being told, share this, it's time? We have been given light codes. It is the heavenly language that we speak. And so use our voices now to speak that light into existence. By speaking that light into existence, for one, it expels the darkness. It brings the darkness into the light so the light can expose it. For two, light is very healing. So as we speak that light, it brings healing to the earth, and we are here to heal the nations. And so that light is super important. The Sabbath of light and understanding the correct day are so important because they act as a protection to us. Okay, they are a protection to us. So the Sabbaths of light are extremely important. So if you do not have the creation calendar, you can email me. I will send you the link of the download for that, so that we are participating in the correct Sabbath that were created from the signs in the heavens, not man saying this is the Sabbath day. No, the signs in the heavens, the stars, the moon, the sun, and the stars were created for days, months, years, and seasons, but people have gotten away from that aspect of creation, and the Sabbath is done on a man-made day that man has made. And so we can't fully bring in the light, and Satan knows this. He understands this. The evil understands that. That's why they want people stuck in the wrong day of worship, and they're not bringing in the light. So this is an encouragement to all of you that are light code speakers, okay? You are light code givers. You have the power to speak that light into existence. And so you speak it, so it shall be. So if you have been given the light, this is the encouragement that it is time to speak that light into existence. No longer speak it under your breath. Speak it into existence. Speak it. Let it be known. Let it out. It's time that this heavenly language comes forward and brings in the light, because that is how we win this war, is by the true light of heaven being spoken once again upon this earth. So maybe understand the power of our voices, the power of creation calendar, the power of the Sabbath of light, the power of these light codes that we were given to speak, and truly now bring forth the light. Anaha lalahi.